Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. I'm still sitting here drinking my coffee. I've uploaded a couple of little short videos this morning. Y'all know I like to look at my own, I have my own favorite tarot readers. And when I no longer vibe with some of them, I unsubscribe and I, look to see whatever the universe wants to come my way. And I know I am being protected by my spirit guides, my angels, my personal guardian angel, and my ancestors. Ancestors are something I'd like to talk about at one point because I don't think that's something people think about so much. But if you have any loved ones that have passed on, and you know for a fact that at some point in time they have sent you well wishes, or have you felt like they were around you, they are. Once you're here, your soul is here. But what I want to talk about right now is to be careful of your heart if you have a very giving heart. Especially like during Mercury retrogrades, and people, if the moon is going to affect us every month, then all the other planets in our little solar system are going to affect us. It's all energy. So all I want to say is, if you have people that come back from your past, I always automatically want to forgive everybody and welcome them back in. But sometimes you need to remember the lessons from the past. Be very cautious if people from your past that have hurt you or had something to do with other people, other extended people that had to do with other people from your past that you no longer vibe with. Just be cautious. I'm not saying they're automatically set out to hurt you. Sometimes they need your help. Sometimes they're just looking for information. Sometimes, people sometimes have ulterior motives, even when they don't realize they have ulterior motives. So just be cautious and aware and look for red flags. I am notorious for just not seeing the red flags because I don't stop and think about them enough. And as I'm getting older, even though my mouth still goes 90 miles a minute, my brain is slowing down to the point where I'm now looking for red flags, or at least trying to pay more attention to the people around me, because I have boundaries now, and I no longer want to be used and abused, and I won't stand for it. I even told somebody that came over to visit one day, when this person mentioned their significant other had a tendency to go off on rampages, I let them know in no uncertain terms, if they ever come to my front door and accuse me of anything I'm not doing or I haven't done, I'm going to call 911 and they're going to go to jail. I am not playing no games no more, folks. I love everybody and I want everybody to have their best life. But if you are with somebody or you know somebody that's in your personal sphere, and I mean by the energy around you, that because you talk to somebody and they decide they don't like it, they want to go stir up shit in that person's life, I'm going to tell you, from lessons I've learned in the past, I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not putting up with no one that wants to use me, abuse me, wants to push past I have boundaries now. I'm only willing to let so many people come into my sphere because I have a very giving heart, and I want any wounded person I see, I want to help, because I'm a healer. I'm a natural healer. But I am not going to let nobody hurt me in the process to my own detriment. There is no sense in helping someone that cannot help themselves. And if you're trying to help someone and you find that you're just enabling them, let them go. I already had somebody call me all kind of horrible names at one point in the past because I'm not still helping my son, who's 34 years old, won't work a job because he was on disability for a long time. And when they took him off of it, he's floundering, but he's not going to figure it out by me constantly giving everything to him. He's got to learn some lessons on his own. And that just comes down to having boundaries again, folks. Do not let, and y'all know I talk a lot about toxicity, but some messages bear worth repeating. As long as I know that my angels, my spirit guides, my guardian angel, my ancestors, the people that have been true to me all of my life, they've sometimes had to speak up the truth and say, hey, you're not seeing it correctly. I'm willing to listen. But for someone that wants to come in and just trash up the little beach I call my life, I'm not putting up with it no more. So I'm willing to help anyone, but I'm also now paying attention to what people say compared to what they do. Because if someone's saying one thing but acting another way, the actions are what you need to pay attention to. Again, I'm willing to help people. I love people, and we're all connected. But do not let somebody come in who has come in before trash up your life when you've already found some stability, some peace and harmony, some where you feel like you're now doing what your path is straightened out. You're not having all the obstacles that people, everything that you do goes out in waves of energy. Some things create chaos. Some things create peace and harmony. Sometimes it's something in the middle. Sometimes you need to come in and balance things out. So my point is still try to be a better person every day, but not to the detriment of your soul, of your life, of your path, of your sphere, where somebody who has come in before and destroyed it and you had to rebuild it, don't let them come in and destroy it again. Only you can decide the boundaries of the different people and the places and things in your life. Only you can decide what you will and will not let in. If you have found some peace and harmony and become stable again, and then all of a sudden that ex-husband or that ex-boyfriend or that ex-girlfriend or that sister-in-law that used to, she would come in, take advantage of you, then leave your life in shambles, and you had to put it together again, and she comes in again, unless she's changed and you can see she's changed and making changes, or he, she, whatever the situation is, do not let them come and disrupt you again. What is that old thing? First time or second time, shame on me. Do you know the thing I'm talking about? Let someone in, give them a chance. Try to help them. People can change. Be willing to give someone a second chance. Don't give them a third. Because when you give them a third, now it's become use and abuse. I'm not putting up with it no more. I love everybody. I want to help everybody. I have a family that loves me. I have grandkids and daughter-in-laws and son-in-laws. And I have people that love me. And I love them too. I have friends, ex-friends that have come back around again that I had one friend I gave 6, 7, 8 chances to. And finally just had to come to realize that either I cared enough about her, I wanted to just let go of the little silly things that she did that weren't really so much hurtful to me, just kind of, some things I still had put up with. But I loved her enough that I was just like, it's really unimportant. But she's getting something out of, anyway. Sometimes we still make mistakes, folks. You just have to judge for yourself. Use your discernment and figure out what you will and will not put up with. But don't let nobody come in, especially if it's been a long haul. It has taken me from the past 2 years since COVID hit, all the change and all the more growing up. And yes, at 59 years old, you can still grow. I have just learned a lot. And now I have found some peace and harmony in my life. It's just me and my little kitty cat, and even she can be, yes, you can be disruptive. She's in the window. She can be disruptive at times. I tried to do a video this morning and finally gave up after 7 tries with her scratching, knocking things over, getting on the table, and I finally said, okay, the universe is saying, put this one on hold. So instead, I'm talking about this because I was thinking about some things. Peace and harmony, if it has taken you a while to get it and have it, and you have this nice little pristine beach you call your life, don't let someone from the past come back in again and totally disrupt it where you have to start all over again. Peace and harmony are hard to sometimes come by. And when you get them, you have to put up boundaries and figure out when other people or your past comes back to come to into your present again. You have to decide. My face itches every time I get on the video. You have to decide for yourself what you will and won't put up with. And only you can decide that. And there's only one you. I don't care if you have a twin sister, if you come from a set of quadruplets. Of all 4 of you, you are the only one that has the certain DNA and amount of energy that's in you. There's only one of each of us, folks. And while you may find other people that look like you or have similar values to you, there's always going to be something trust me, you'll find something you disagree on, or they have a different shade to it. There's only one you. Do not let, when you've found peace and harmony again, please do not let someone come in and disrupt your pristine little white beach. So that's my message for right now. I just wanted to remind people that sometimes when you feel like things are going again, don't let someone come in and destroy it again. Decide what you will and won't put up with. And some of you may listen to this 10,000 times or find this lesson hitting you again and again. And until you learn the lesson, you're not going to find the peace and harmony. So try to find the peace and harmony. Just decide what you want for your life. And only you can figure that out. So I'm just here to tell you, look at some lessons from the past. If something comes back from the past, don't let it come in and disrupt your life. Have some peace and harmony. Figure out what you want. And if you're not quite sure what you want, sometimes you have to wait for the universe to present you with an idea. Everything's in divine timing. Have some peace and harmony. Have some trust and faith in yourself. Have some confidence in what you want out of your life. And don't let nobody take it away from you. It just upsets me here these days that some people still stay in abusive relationships, men and women. Same relationships where the narcissist or the abusive partner just keeps them in a state of feeling like they have no worth and no value. Everyone has a life purpose. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has something good that they are meant to do here. And even if it's just helping another person one time, what if you wouldn't have been there? What if you were walking down the street one day and somebody turned their back and their little kid ran out in the street, and I've seen a video on that where somebody actually scooped a little girl right off a bike right before she hit a pole. I've seen all kind of videos out there. People, you never know what your life purposes are, where you were meant to save someone who's the next president, the next multimillionaire that goes out and is determined to save the world instead of thinking about their own self. You never know what the universe has in store for you or what timeline you're supposed to be on. You have worth, you have value, you are loved. You have to believe that. You have to believe that there is a reason and a purpose for you being here. Be a better person every day. This is Lana Scott, Lighthouse. If you like this video or know someone that can get some value out of this, someone that's having a rough day, send it to them. You have worth and value. Lana Scott. Be a light in the darkness, folks. You are the only one of you. Thank you.